Greetings, friends. Welcome back to the show. It is IA Balance. It's 9:45 a.m., March 12th, 2025. A special shout out to Cheeky Monkey in his particular channel. He sent me a video to review, and it's titled Rex Harassing Police About Non-Existent Crimes. And it has to do with, believe it or not, David Archbell. And this video resurfaced in regards to David's recent court appearances that have everything to do with what's in this video, because essentially Rex Frederickson was the one who was feeding all of the false information to police to try to frame David and sabotage his family, etc. We know the story right now, but that's not important. What's important here is Rex is on video. Rex is on video listening to the police leave messages on his voicemail telling him that, well, he has no chance. They're not going to charge David. So it's a demonstration in contrast to what actually is and what Rex wants you to believe. We're going to listen to that in just a moment. Before we do, I want to read this breakdown for you of what it is you're going to listen to right now. So, the analysis of this particular, we'll title it Rex Frederickson's recorded messages from police from Cheeky Monkey. The recorded messages reveal a series of interactions between Rex Frederickson and law enforcement from Laramie County Sheriff's Office and Fort Collins Police Department regarding multiple cases involving a person named David Archbell. The officers repeatedly informed Frederickson that there is no probable cause for criminal charges, emphasizing that the cases are closed and urging him to stop calling. Now, the key takeaways from the messages: law enforcement's position on the case. So these officers state that no crimes were committed that would justify an arrest warrant for David. They clarify that open carry a firearm in Colorado was legal, and Archbell did not brandish or threaten anyone with it. False reporting allegations were dismissed due to a lack of criminal activity in Laramie County. So, repeated calls and resource drain. Officers express frustration over Frederickson's repeated calls and in-person visits, stating they have wasted valuable police resources. Sergeant Kincaid warns Frederickson that his behavior is disrupting police work and pulling officers away from actual emergencies. And there's also mental health concerns over Rex. The police indicate that a mental health response team was sent to assist Frederickson, suggesting they believe his persistence stems from deeper personal issues. That's absolutely true. Also, rejection of additional evidence. Old sexy Rex Frederickson attempted to provide a thumb drive with links as evidence, which officers dismissed as not containing actual evidence. It's a bunch of links to his videos. Oh, Sergeant Kincaid firmly states that he will not reveal YouTube videos or any other materials provided by Frederickson. Finally, warning against further contact. Frederickson is explicitly asked to stop contacting police unless he has a legitimate emergency. Officers indicate they will not investigate further as all cases are officially closed. So Rex's reaction to all of this: At the end of this video, Frederickson sarcastically refers to the officer's statements as an amazing confession, suggesting that he believes the police have admitted to ignoring evidence. This indicates his continued distrust in law enforcement and belief that they are deliberately avoiding the case. So some final thoughts. This transcript highlights a breakdown in communication between Frederickson and the police. While he sees their refusal to act as negligence or corruption, the officers view his persistence as unjustified and disruptive. The police's repeated emphasis on closing the case suggests that they will take no further action, regardless of Frederickson's continued efforts. My analysis continues here. So there's four separate calls to police here. Now, message 1 is from Deputy Johnson of Laramie County Sheriff's Office, Wednesday, May 18th, 2:52 p.m., duration 41 seconds. Johnson reaffirms what was already explained to Frederickson in person at the sheriff's office. No probate cause was found for any crime, so the police will not take a report or investigate further. Johnson suggests that Frederickson seek a protection order instead. If the protection order is violated, police can take further action. Johnson declines to pursue a warrant, reiterating that the situation does not warrant false reporting allegations. So this message establishes that the sheriff's office have officially closed the case due to lack of evidence or criminal activity. The officer suggests a civil remedy, protection order, shifting the issue out of police jurisdiction unless a violation occurs. So message 2 is from Deputy Johnson as a follow-up call, Wednesday, May 18th at 5:12. Some key points. Johnson calls again asking Frederickson to answer his calls rather than ignoring him. Johnson states that he is off duty for the night, but will be available for the next day for further questions. He repeats that no arrests can be made because no crime was committed in Laramie County, and the false reporting issue has occurred in Fort Collins, not in Laramie County, meaning it does not fall under their jurisdiction. So the second call repeats the previous conclusions, showing that Frederickson likely continued calling despite receiving answers. The officer clarifies jurisdiction limits, meaning Laramie County Police cannot act on something they have allegedly happened in Fort Collins. So it goes on to message 3, which is from Sergeant Kincaid of the Fort Collins Police. That's Thursday, May 26th, 3:45 p.m. It's a 2-minute and 43-second call. Kincaid reminds Frederickson that they have already spoken multiple times about case 22-6509. Frederickson made at least 4 to 5 calls and multiple in-person visits about the case in just 1 week. Kincaid confirms that no arrest warrant will be issued for David Archbell. He states that even a trespassing charge against Frederickson was dismissed, meaning Frederickson himself is not facing charges. Kincaid tells Frederickson to stop calling, as the police cannot do anything else. The evidence Frederickson submitted, a thumb drive, contained only website links, not actual proof of a crime. Kincaid criticizes the excessive time officers have spent detailing and dealing with Rex's calls. The police even sent a mental health response team to offer support, implying they believe Frederickson's persistence is due to mental health concerns. Absolutely it is. The officer warns Frederickson that he is wasting police resources and that the case will not be reopened. Kincaid escalated his response, directly scolding Frederickson for wasting police time and insisting that the case is closed. The reference to a mental health response team suggests that law enforcement sees Frederickson's behavior as irrational or obsessive rather than legally valid. The dismissal of the thumb drive also reinforces their view that there is no credible evidence. Finally, message 4 from Sergeant Kincaid, the final warning. Wednesday, June 1st, 1:46 p.m. This is a 2-minute and almost a 3-minute call. So Kincaid lists 3 different case numbers, 22-6509, 22-6906, 22-70, and confirms that all of them are closed. He refuses to watch YouTube videos as Frederickson requested. Both Frederickson and Archbell are First Amendment auditors, meaning that they are likely involved in filming the police encounters or legal interactions to test constitutional rights. He again confirms that Archbell carrying a firearm is legal under Colorado law. Police verified that Archbell did not threaten or brandish the firearm, meaning no crime occurred. Kincaid family tells Frederickson to stop contacting the police unless there is actual emergencies. He denounces Frederickson's behavior as childish and a waste of time, comparing it to games meant to make the police look bad. Officer Kincaid suggests that Frederickson take legal action, example, a federal lawsuit, if he feels wronged, but insists that law enforcement will not pursue the case further. The final warning: do not call, visit, or contact the police about this matter anymore, Rex. So this is the most forceful and final of the messages. Kincaid expresses clear frustration and rejects all of Frederickson's claims. The reference to First Amendment auditing suggests that both men are engaged in provoking legal confrontations with officials. Kincaid's repeated refusal to review additional materials indicates that law enforcement have completely dismissed Frederickson's credibility. So the conclusion from law enforcement's perspective: these cases are closed. No crime was found and no evidence justify charges against David. Frederickson is wasting police time. He's called and visited excessively, preventing officers from handling real emergencies. Frederickson's evidence is invalid. A thumb drive with links is not considered proof, Rex. Mental health concerns. Police believe Frederickson may need psychological assistance. Oh, absolutely he does. So the final warning issued. Officers have told him to stop contacting them about these matters. So from Rex's perspective, he believes the police ignored evidence and deliberately refused to investigate. He sees their statements as a confession of wrongdoing, and he feels that his rights were violated and that he is being dismissed unfairly. Now, some final thoughts. This case highlights the fundamental breakdown in communication and trust between Frederickson and law enforcement. The police have firmly closed the case, but Frederickson refuses to accept their decision. His reaction to the recordings as an amazing confession suggests that he sees this as proof of a cover-up rather than a final denial of his claims. Would you like an opinion? Oh, we'll continue. We'll continue with this video, actually. Thank you very much. So here we go. Let's have a big listen and hit that thumbs up. Share this out. This is a little Chomo Honey clip for you, Rex.
Where's my phone? Uh-oh. Where is my phone? Aha. Found it. You're going to hear the first play of the sergeant's response here.
Please enter your password. I'm sorry. This number is not valid. You have 4 saved voice messages. To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. First saved voice message. Sent Wednesday, May 18th at 2:52 p.m. Duration 41 seconds.
Hi, Rex. This is Deputy Johnson with the Sheriff's Office. You're calling to return your phone call. I know I explained it to you in the lobby the other day, but we don't have any probable cause for any crimes, incidents, or calls in taking a report or doing any sort of investigating on their claims. And they just came and dealt with it in the parking lot. But with that, there's not even any sort of false reporting allegations. So this time we're not going to be pursuing a warrant, and I would suggest, like I did in the lobby, that you proceed with a protection order. And if you violate the protection order, then you can get a little more involved. It just gives us a little more teeth. If you have any more questions, you can call me back to the Laramie County Dispatch. Thanks. Bye.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. To replay this message, press 4. To get envelope information about this message, press 5.
Hi, Rex. This is Deputy Johnson with the Sheriff's Office. You're calling to return your phone call. I know I explained it to you in the lobby the other day, but we don't have any probable cause for any crimes, incidents, or calls in taking a report or doing any sort of investigating on their claims. And they just came and dealt with it in the parking lot. But with that, there's not even any sort of false reporting allegations. So this time we're not going to be pursuing a warrant, and I would suggest, like I did in the lobby, that you proceed with a protection order. And if he violates the protection order, then we can get a little more involved. It just gives us a little more teeth. If you have any more questions, you can call me back through the Laramie County Dispatch. Thanks. Bye.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. Message saved. Next message. Sent Wednesday, May 18th at 5:12 p.m. Duration 49 seconds.
Hi, Rex. This is Deputy Johnson with the Laramie County Sheriff's Office. Just so you know, I'm calling from a blocked number, so I would appreciate if you answer my phone calls. I am actually off for the night, so if you have other questions for me, you can call me back tomorrow. I'll be on duty during the day, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. And like I explained in my last voicemail, we don't have enough to arrest the suspect. So, there just hasn't been a crime committed in Laramie County, and as far as the false reporting is concerned, that happened in Fort Collins. It's not a continuing episode because there wasn't a criminal event that happened in Laramie County. But feel free to call me back tomorrow. I'll be on duty from about 7 in the morning until 5 o'clock at night. Thanks. Bye.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. Message saved. Next message. Sent Thursday, May 26th at 3:45 p.m. Duration 2 minutes 43 seconds.
Hi, this message is for Rex Frederickson. This is Sergeant Kincaid with Fort Collins Police. You and I have spoken multiple times about case number 22-6509. Last week, we must have received at least 4 or 5 calls from you, as well as several in-person visits in the lobby. Rex, I don't know how else to get through to you. The fact of the matter is, there will be no arrest warrant for David Archbell. You already spoke to the lieutenant and I about this case. I even went so far as to tear up the trespassing summons that you were charged with. And that did not go to the court, which means you don't have to appear in court. Rex, you need to stop calling about this case. We cannot do anything else for you. David Archbell will not be charged. Period. There is no probable cause for criminal charges against him related to that incident. You're talking about evidence that wasn't submitted. You provided a thumb drive that had some website links on it. There is no evidence on that thumb drive. Rex, I need you to stop calling about this. You are soaking up way too many resources. I know of numerous officers who have had to take calls on this, take time out of the day away from actual emergencies to talk to you about this. I don't know how else to get through to you. I've even gone so far as to have our mental health response team reach out to you and talk to you to try to offer you resources to help you. It's obvious to me that there are some mental health issues involved here. Rex, if you need help with those, we can help provide that to you. But you cannot waste any more of our time with this case. This case is closed. There will be no criminal charges resulting from it, including for you, although there were initially. Please take this opportunity to stop calling about this case and to stop wasting time with it. If in the future David Archbell is involved in some form of a disturbance with you, you're more than welcome to call. We will show up. We will assess the situation to determine if there are any charges as a result and go from there. But I'm telling you for the last time that this case is closed, 22-6509. The case is closed. It will not be investigated any further. Thank you. Have a good day.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. Message saved. Next message. Sent Wednesday, June 1st at 1:46 p.m. Duration 2 minutes
Hi, Rex. This is Sergeant Kincaid with Fort Collins Police. I'm returning your phone call. I don't know how to make this any more clear to you, Rex. I just looked up cases 22-6509, 22-6906, and 22-7370. All three cases have been closed. There is no further investigation to conduct on those cases. I do not have the time to sit down with you and watch YouTube videos as you suggest that I do, because the fact of the matter is you are a First Amendment auditor. David Archbell is a First Amendment auditor. So I would think that both of you know what it is, or at least you proclaim to know what it is, to exercise the right of free speech. Everything that has been reviewed in all three of the cases that I just mentioned has pointed to the fact that there are no crimes that have occurred. I understand your frustration with the fact that you have these interactions with David Archbell where he is carrying a firearm. That is not illegal. I have told you that multiple times.
Carrying a firearm?
The fact that he is open carrying a firearm is not illegal in the state of Colorado.
No.
He has not pointed it at you. He has not threatened you with it, and he has not removed it from the holster. In all three cases, officers have worked to confirm whether or not that's the case. And in each case, it has been confirmed that no crime occurred. None of those cases will be investigated any further as they have already been closed. If you wish to file a federal lawsuit, by all means, I'm not going to give you any legal advice, but I will tell you that is your right to do so. I am going to ask that unless you have some sort of an emergency situation, you do not contact the police any further. You don't come into our lobby, and you don't bother officers with these conspiracy theories. It has to stop, Rex. We are spending way too much time dealing with you over things that have already been investigated and closed out. Please listen to what I'm saying. I don't have anything further to say to you. I'm not going to entertain looking at YouTube videos for you or looking at videos that the two of you create normally to make the police look bad. Now you are creating them to make each other look bad. The games you are playing are childish, and I will not have my officers spend time investigating this nonsense. Again, if you have an emergency situation that is legitimate in nature, we will respond to you however we can. But that is it. That is the extent of our interaction with you from here on out. Thank you. Have a good day.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To save it, press 9. Message saved. End of messages. To listen to your messages, press 1. To send a message, press 2. To change your person.
So, in accordance to the police department, they completed their investigation without looking at the evidence deliberately. What an amazing confession. What an amazing confession. That's huge.